What's up, Soul Family? Coming at you with another collective reading. This one's gonna be on Boots. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. We've gotten that one before, but it's another message that's meant to come out. So, that being said, if you're looking for a one-on-one reading, you can always do so by directly messaging me. The link is in the bio. The first reading will be it's 20 minutes or $35. You can ask as many questions as you want, or we can just see what comes out. Now, that being said, I'm going to pull two more, and we'll go from there. Alright, so, three came out. I'm sorry, actually four. So we have Pale, which is time to get out of a situation. We have Not, which is unsuccessful plans. Bowl, with plenty of material things. And then Sunrise, which means new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. Give me 2 seconds. I love the tea leaf cards, but I just drop them all the time. So that being said, I feel like whatever it is, it's like you got to put the pedal to the metal. Sometimes we're in that mode of having to kind of grind it out a little bit, and I am not one of those people to be in like in the masculine energy and wanting to have to hustle and get it out the mud and all that bullshit. I am one for ease, luxury, and peace, but sometimes you gotta do what the fuck you gotta do. So then we have the Seven of Wands and then the Knight of Wands. So sometimes it's about taking action as much as you can, and even if it's not exactly the things you, or the place or the position you want to take action from, sometimes that's what you have to do. And then with the Seven of Wands, sometimes it's the energy of buckling down, hunkering down, and like really digging deep and going in. It's like the energy of standing your ground, so to speak. So in a certain regard, it made me think the energy of, yes, like working towards like whatever your goal is and intention is, regardless of what other people are perceiving. But it's also the energy of like, while you're standing your ground, it's like if you're standing your ground and you're working towards your goal, then you really gotta like work towards your goal and put it into motion. Like you have to really bring it to life. So it's going to take some time and effort, but it's also going to take you like defending, putting effort, and like really shielding and protecting your vision. I like how my monitor came on as I said that. Let's pull a couple more. I'm gonna keep these a little bit shorter than normal because it's a little late. I gotta wake up early, I think. I actually don't even know. I'm supposed to be doing yard work tomorrow. So then we have the Ten of Swords. So this oftentimes, as many times as it's not a very fun ending, it's like it also does point towards a very bright beginning. As there are endings, there are beginnings, and we can sometimes get really stuck on how things might not have worked out the way we have intended on initially. But as certain chapters close, then it paves way for better things to come into our experience. So many times we have friendships, relationships, jobs, situationships ending that need to. It's like it's time for us to transition into something better. And we're closing out chapters as a result of those situations ending. We're closing out karmic cycles. We're closing out energetic loops that we might not have been always fully aware of. And sometimes that's simply how things go. It's like as we choose and as we experience different, as we make better choices, then reality reflects that back. So yeah, it's like the old structure had to go. The old things that we were experiencing, the old reality that we were living, just had to break down. The tower moment, they come with a lot of disorienting change and really sometimes difficult experiences, but it's because the structure that everything was built on could not survive. It had to be broken down so something new can be built up on it. And as we're then going through these changes and transitions, it's always important to be mindful that it's, again, not, I will never just say that we desire to go through these moments, but it's sometimes the fastest way to get to where we're going. And through us simply going with it and going with the flow to the best of our ability, it allows reality to conform that much faster and allows things to come into our experience that much easier versus us being like really frustrated or kind of like just having to navigate like too much. sometimes it creates just having to navigate too much to begin with, but it makes having to navigate that too much a lot easier. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, I'm getting the energy of don't give up yet. Don't give up too soon. It's like the energy of being patient. It's like all the roots are in the ground. And sometimes I'm like, is a tree only fucking roots at this point? But sometimes it's just a matter of. And sometimes when you think about trees, they have to have really, really deep roots. Plants don't necessarily have to have this big ones, especially smaller ones, flowers, the cute little things that dig down. But if you're building a damn tree, if you're building something that actually lasts, if you're building something that has a really sturdy foundation, then sometimes those roots gotta be dug down deep. And it's not always the funnest thing having to be patient. But I'll always remember when I was gardening, I I forgot what it was. I want to say they were, I think it was sweet peas. And out of nowhere, they all just started like blossoming. Like they were non-existent, and then out of nowhere they just took over the entire bed. And sometimes that's the energy that I think the Seven of Pentacles is. It's like, yeah, there are a lot of roots being dug down deep and you're being told to be patient, but you never know like when that bloom will hit. And it sometimes comes a lot sooner than we think. I'll pull one more in the bottom of the deck. So then we have the Ten of Pentacles and then the Four of Wands. So one of the other cards that came up was plenty, I think it was bull, which is plenty of material things. So I was actually wondering, I'm like, when is that going to come up? And here we are. The Ten of Pentacles points towards an excess. It points towards you being able to share that with people. The Four of Wands also insinuates the energy of like homecoming and peace and being able to enjoy the riches and the abundance and the things that you've worked for with the people that you love. I know like my biggest goal is just to be rich enough to be able to just create great experiences for the people that I love. Like that's all I want to do is be able to create amazing experiences and live in peace and harmony and joy with those that I love and be able to eat good foods, be able to travel, be able to help people around me. Because the Ten of Pentacles also has the energy of not you only influencing, yourself, but then the community, the people in your vicinity, the people who need help. So I believe that this energy is definitely the energy of somebody who's going to have an excess of things. And I think that it's about time that abundance starts going into the hands of people who actually want to be able to do better in this world versus hoard it. Now, that being said, peace and blessings, and I will catch you guys later.